since everybody's back, I guess we'll get started. So we get a couple hours in. So the last time, like 50 years ago when we got together, it started with cleaning up Bahani's Cantina after the fight and after you were given the invitation to meet a judge in the restaurant. Let me see. Then we had the makeover montage where everybody got fancy new clothes, and somebody mentioned that there was a bump in the carpet. Let me see. Then you went and you talked to the judge, and she offered to hire you to find the emissary who had gone missing. Said that person was probably taken by the same people that took Dent, and you got out of her later also took her son. So she offered you money to find them. A whole bunch of breadsticks were stolen.
Legally acquired?
Oh, sorry. Breadsticks
I'm out for anyone.
Legally pocketed. Everybody went back to the ship because you were going to go shopping, which you did. And then it ended with Scratch stepping off of the ship, if I remember correctly.
We, Shaba and I think we left, but then came back in? Are we in, like, the vehicle bay?
You were going to go talk to your friends or something like that.
Right, we walked out of the ship, and then we snuck back in.
Oh, that was it.
To the shuttle, where we could have some privacy.
Okay. And
classic Paddock behavior.
Yes.
You were not nearly as sneaky as Paddock was.
What? Close. Close.
Yeah.
It's close.
I have written down at least the beginnings of a plan. I think we discussed it before. I don't think I just pulled this out of nowhere.
There was discussion going on about what you guys were going to do next after you left the restaurant. I do remember that. I don't remember what came of it, but...
Oh, well, what I have written down is because we were talking about infiltrating the sanatorium. Sorry. Making sure I say that correctly, because my tongue wants to say a totally different word with a completely different meaning that is very inappropriate. So we were talking about splitting into two teams, one with normal people, quote unquote, and the other set dressed as fake guards, so that both teams can go in, explore, see if we can figure out where the mystics are being taken to, and if we can figure out how to get into them, and then, regroup after both groups have explored what they have access to.
That sounds right on what you guys were talking about. Yes, because she told you mystics were being taken. They were they were being taken by fake Coriolis guards down to like a side entrance in the Samaritan Sanatorium. And that the emissary was taken from her residence. And they believe it was by the same people. And that Judicator Akuba was going to give you access to either the residence or kind of point you in the direction of the sanatorium. Just depends on which one you wanted to do. And then you went back to your ship. So we were going to start with Scratch talking to her friends.
Air quotes, friends.
Friends.
Great
right,
summary.
so-
Is that our cue to go?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Okay.
Describe what you're doing and all that good stuff.
All right. So Scratch and Shaba are secretly huddled in the, what did we call it? The baby ship inside the mama ship.
It's a shuttle.
The shuttle. The baby ship.
Shaba calls it the ground impound because it's meant to get us to the ground, and it also has several torpedoes. Torpedoes that can pound on enemies if we need to. So you guys are welcome to name it whatever else.
Nice, but it's clearly the baby ship.
Fine. The baby.
I'm not going to sing the shark song, but now you all are anyway. Ha ha ha.
Not yet.
Terrible.
Okay, so Scratch turns to Shaba and like awkwardly says, because she did reveal to Shaba that she has mystic powers, which he was appropriately shocked and horrified to learn. So she says, I just need the thing I need to do it. Uh-oh, we got rolling. Okay, the thing I need to do, I'm vulnerable, so I need someone to watch over me and make sure, that nothing bad happens.
Yep, I got you. That's why we're in the shuttle. Doors are locked. It's just you and me. Do what you got to do.
Okay.
I don't have to worry about you, turning into anything weird and attacking, right?
Probably not.
Okay,
I haven't done this very often.
About mystics, and I just want to be sure that if something happens, I don't freak out and I know exactly what to expect. That's all.
I guess if I do move around, don't restrain me. Just follow me.
Unless you try to fire a weapon, then all bets are off. Fair?
I hand you my weapon to prevent that from happening.
Oh no, sweetheart! I was talking about if you hit something in the shuttle and fired the baby missiles inside the big ship. That might be very bad for everyone. If you just take me out, that's whatever stuff happens. I got it. Just do your thing.
All right. So let's do.
See.
All right.
There we go.
So she sits down on the floor, cross-legged, and pulls out a deck of tarot cards. And says, okay, Dent, where are you? Dent, come on. She shuffles them. And she starts to pull cards. Number 1, Chameleon, Adaptability, Adjustment, and Camouflage. These are all based on actual space, constellations and stuff. So it's kind of fun.
Oh, nice.
Okay, next one is Vulpicula, Sly Predator and Deceptive Motives.
So, as soon as Scratch flips over that second card, the air around you suddenly feels like it shifts, and you smell a sharp, pungent, slightly metallic scent of ozone and copper. The sounds of the stations fade into a high-pitched ringing note that stretches itself until it blocks out all else. Your vision tunnels, the world around you dissolves into a gray mist, and suddenly you feel yourself falling. You fall past the spire of the station, down through the core. You flash briefly to halls of white stone and smell of antiseptic, a place of healing that hides a path into the dark. You see through the mist a group of shadows dragging Dent through a tall, large metal door in a basement, down into the suffocating dark. We will pick back up as Scratch flips over the next card.
Leo, Reputation, Showmanship, Chivalry, and Loyalty.
So as the card lands, you continue to fall. The echo of Dent's heavy breathing guiding you, pulling you down into the rust, the heat, and the shadows. Here, a solitary figure dances atop a heap of scrap, a man in tattered rags waving a whip of fiber optic cables like a conductor leading an invisible orchestra. He sings a broken rhyme about doors that open and doors that shut, and with a bony finger he points you deeper into the abyss, into a black labyrinth of twisting shafts and jagged metal where a great beast sleeps in the shadows and prowls in the silence. And then flip over the last card.
Mercury, Business, Sales, and Promises.
As the card lands, the motion stops, and the air around you begins to chill. You are in a cold, metallic hangar, buried among the roots of the station long forgotten. Men with scarred faces move metal coffins around with the kind of focused intensity that is only seen in madmen and religious zealots. And there, stacked against the wall like cargo, is Dent, floating behind frosted glass, his skin pale and his expression locked. His body is unmoving, but his heart still beats to the rhythm of its own song. And then the sound of the station around you, the sound of your breathing, the warmth of the shuttle comes back in and brings you back to where you are.
She sits up, rolls her shoulders. How long was I gone?
DM, how long was she gone?
How I would say a good 30 seconds for each card, so only a few minutes.
Couple of minutes.
Did I try and kill anyone?
No, you flipped some cards and you mumbled a few things I didn't quite get, but other than that, it was not very traumatic on this side.
I'm getting better at this then. Okay, so here's the deal. Dent is a beautiful swan being attacked by a fox. And they're dragging him down, and there's someone with fire and fiber optic cables, and they're in a basement, and he's in stasis. So he's somewhere that it's medical. They stacked him like plywood. Would they even know what plywood is? I don't know, like synth plasteel ingots. And whatever they're doing, it's religious. He's not hurt, but I don't know how long they're going to keep him. He's in a basement. He's down. We have to save my precious, beautiful swan.
We're going to do our best.
Okay.
And when you asked if you attacked anybody, tried to kill anybody, and then said you must be getting better at this, does this mean the last time you did this, you tried to kill people?
Thankfully, I don't have to answer that because I can't really hear you.
Very nice. And Shaba's not going to ask. He just kind of noted that for future reference and slowly, so that she doesn't notice, takes his hand away from his blaster. All right, so we need to go down. I don't know this. I do not know the station well, but it's there's a lot of down from where we're at.
It was in a basement. So not like a lower level, but like they went in a building and then went down in that building.
They went in a building.
It was the, halls of white stone and the smell of antiseptic, a place of healing that hides a path to the dark. And that is where you saw them take him downstairs and then through the door into a sub-level, a basement.
White stone, it smelled real bad.
Like rot or garbage or...
Like, it was itchy. It was an itchy smell.
Itchy.
Like when you spray synth foam on a wound?
Oh, like, okay. Like the aftermath of a wound. Like someone was injured, or maybe many people have been injured and they went here for healing? But
it wasn't fresh. It was like it'd been there for a long time. It was an old smell.
So an abandoned clinic or a back room? Oh, Shaba unintentionally starts scratching where some of his surgeries happened. Or like after you have to heal from surgeries. So maybe like a back alley clinic. You said a building, yeah?
It didn't look like a Ripper Doc, though. Like, this looked clean. Like a place that you'd expect rich people to go to, maybe.
Hey, Chip,
maybe we look for
Cyberpunk. There's no Ripper Docs.
Hey, why not? You don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know that. It's not your vote. Wait.
I do know that. God speaks.
Maybe an abandoned hospital? Or a hospital that was shut down?
I couldn't tell. I don't know. But we have to be careful of the man that was standing on fire.
Actually, since Scratch is from the station, why don't you give me a... Actually, give me a wits check, please.
Just wits.
Just wits. Oh, look at that. The white stone is very unmistakable. There is a spot on Coriolis. On one side of like the street, the section is a big black building that is the Infoteca, which is like a place of knowledge. It's all dark onyx, and right across the street in almost completely white marble is the Samaritan Sanatorium. So you would recognize, because it is the only thing on Coriolis Station that is so brilliantly white. It's not, it's unmistakable. And since you, Shaba would have no idea, but since you've been on the station, and I know Lady Imogen would recognize it as well since she's been there, if it was described to her. But those of you who aren't from Coriolis would not immediately recognize that stone.
All right, so she holds her chin in thought. She says, I think I've seen that stone somewhere. So white.
Where would that be?
There's the crazy house that's across from the big library, the black library. I think that's the only place I've seen that kind of stone before.
Sounds like a good place to start to me. We were looking for like a sanitarium, and crazy house equals sanitarium. Maybe that's where we need to go.
Oh, all right, let's go.
I know it's just. I'm sorry. I gotta step in just because I know it's been a little while. It's been a couple of months. You were told that when they were tracking the Mystics going missing and when they were tracking Dent going missing, they tracked them to a side door in the Samaritan Sanatorium.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was remembered. Like, that is where they tracked the Mystics to. Like they would.
I don't think Scratch was there for the conversation.
That was either with the judge or when you were questioning the guard that you had kept alive. So everybody was there for this knowledge. And yeah, it was you learned that they would take the Mystics to a side door. It was the guard, because he said he would take them to the side door of the Samaritan Sanatorium, take them in, like let them inside, and that's as far as he went, so he wasn't able to answer what happened to them after that. So just so you know, that's like you've heard the Samaritan Sanatorium in connection with the missing Mystics before. That.
All right. So now, how do you usually tell the others that you got this information from your contacts?
The only other person I've ever had to tell was Dent, and he knew.
Fair enough. So I guess I'll just say you talked to your contact. I didn't hear all the details because I was just out of earshot.
Sounds great. I'll back that up. I'm very, very sneaky.
I know. That's how we got in here. Remember?
Yes.
And tell him we're heading to the sanitarium. You know that he was taken into the door at the sanitarium. I mean, I don't even know. What's it like when you see that? Do you mind if I ask? Is that like too personal?
What is it like? What was the question? Sorry.
When you get this information, you just flip some. All I see is you flipping some cards and you mumble to yourself. What's it like for you?
It's like I'm not there anymore. Like I'm moving through mist, and then I see things. But they're real things. They're true. So you actually saw where they put Dent? Yes. Sort of. I didn't see the whole way. I started in the building with Dent. Okay, but once we know where that building is, once we go to that building, you're pretty sure you could get us to that room with him? Or at least where you saw him? There were a couple of different visions, so there might have been several hallways between when I saw one thing and saw another thing. Well, let's go down there and start figuring it out. The closer we get to Dent, the sooner we can get him out of there, yeah? Yes, she grabs her Vulcan carbine and like loudly ratchets back as though she's like readying for war.
Easy. We got to get there before we shoot things, yeah?
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's get the others. I'll let you do most of the talking, and I'll back you up if you need it.
This is a terrible idea. Okay.
Is it? Oh, wait, does she say it's terrible, or does she say it's...
No, I'm me, the player, is saying that's a terrible idea. She just says, okay.
Okay. Shaba gets up and ushers her to the door and says, all right, let's go get him.
Okay.
Trundle, trundle, trundle.
So you guys head out. I don't remember where everybody else was.
So here,
you
Sean,
guys,
I can solve it. I can solve it. Sure. As soon as we exit the shuttle, Shaba gets on the comm that the Fixer has set up for us and just announced to everybody, hey, everybody come on down to the shuttle bay real quick. I think we got a lead.
And Scratch grabs, I don't even know, are we using our tablets to use the con, or are we just saying things?
That would be if you want to talk to people out of normal earshot, you would use, your little communicators.
Okay, so Scratch taps her communicator and then a little bit too loudly says, be ready to kill people! We're gonna go find the bad guys!
All right, so I guess everybody will go around, everybody can tell me where they were when they hear both of these announcements. We'll start with Marcus. Where was Marcus after you guys got back to the shuttle? Or back to the ship?
Marcus would be just kind of like reordering his gear that we just got from our shop extravaganza. Familiarizing himself with his new gear. So not doing anything of special note.
Right, egregious.
As I recall, I think just before we basically got told we could buy anything we wanted, I bought a fancy new rifle. So I would probably be in my room, checking it over, cleaning it, getting familiar with it.
Did that already show up?
I think
all the stuff you bought showed up.
Sweet.
Well, the rifle I bought before the shipment of stuff, so I already had that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So egregious is just sulking because he spent, or he didn't have to. All right.
But we still had to pay for all the other stuff, right? It was just
but it was
accessible.
Yes, you
added to our debt,
correct.
right?
There was no discount. It was just you could get anything, even restricted stuff, and it would be there quickly. So yeah, never mind. You didn't waste extra money. Okay, Lady Imogen, where were you when you returned back to the shuttle or back to the ship? Chill.
Sorry, navigational issues.
That's all right.
I probably would have also been just kind of putting stuff away, decompressing from meeting with such a, ostentatious person as the judge. Staying sober, because I know that we're about to go into the sanatorium. More than likely. So.
Okay.
Just hanging out, I guess.
And then Florian. Fixer, what would you have been doing during the vision?
Yeah, sorry, you cut out for a second for me.
Sorry.
Yeah, might have been my side. I think Fixer last when we left off, he was trying to dig up some blueprints for the sanatorium, kind of looking for more information. So he's probably just poking around on the bridge at that on a computer, but gets the message and will save his progress, I guess. Yeah, and head on down.
All right, so unless anybody decides they're not going to heed the multiple calls to meet and kill bad guys, everybody kind of meets down in the shuttle bay area, and you see Shaba and Scratch standing outside of the shuttle. when everybody kind of congregates.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Kid, it's all yours. Let them know.
Okay. And she like hikes the gun up on her shoulder. Like, we're gonna go to the crazy house that's across from the library, and we're gonna get Dent. It's the white building with all the white blocks. My contact came through. Shaba was there the whole time, but he couldn't hear everything, so it's fine. We just gotta go, and then we go down. And we gotta watch out though. There's a known fire person there. We should walk. Anyway, Dent is Swan, and we need to save him.
So like Marcus just like blinks a few times at Scratch, like looks over to Shaba as like, so we know how to find Dent once we get inside the building now, and know a little bit about what we're going up against now, right?
Probably. Let's go.
I just, like Marcus just kind of like gives like Shaba a meaningful look and just kind of like eyebrow raise of is this on the up and up?
Sounds like it. From what I overheard, which wasn't a lot, but if we know where to start and we know he's down below, and she's got a pretty decent description of some of the hallways. Maybe not all of them, but if she knows where most of the directions. I mean, I'm predicting we're gonna get in there. We're gonna have to probably hold up a couple of different times, let her figure out exactly which one looks right, and then we'll keep going.
I'll definitely know it. It's got white.
No, I'm not worried about the building.
And there's a door.
I'm talking about once we're inside the building. I think.
It's white on the inside of the building too. Yep.
Oh, fantastic.
Maybe we discussed this and I forgot it. Are we planning to go in guns blazing? Are we going to try to talk our way in? Like, what's our plan?
Well, what we had previously discussed was the whole splitting into two groups to get the lay of the land. But it kind of seems like that is not going to be happening. I don't know.
Wait, I've got a great idea. This is a crazy house, right? What if I pretend to be a crazy person and y'all pretend to bring me in?
So hold on. Okay. It's actually it's not just crazy people. They're also known for their medical expertise.
Oh, sure, but Scratch wouldn't care about that.
They welcome anybody, especially the poor, who are suffering from grave and disgraceful illnesses. So it's not only mental disorders, but people who have medical conditions or suffering from diseases and can't afford more conventional care will go there, and they would take.
So what you're saying is,
I could pull that off.
I could pretend to be crazy and sick. We could put red dots all over my face.
I'd be a little concerned that they would take the crazy seriously and we wouldn't be able to get you back out.
You're a smart lady.
If we're going to play the ailing patron route to get in, might I volunteer?
I mean, yeah, technically, he's kind of qualified. He already got shot. I mean,
yeah.
Like,
okay, but can you act?
Yes. But then
that was really good. I think you're right. You should probably do it.
But why are all the rest of us along for moral support?
We could. I don't want to go. You guys are forcing me. You are my friends. We don't have to stray from the truth. Too far. Don't strain the facade. But we'll just say that, I in a recent bar fight took a wound, and I just haven't been right since. And
that's why we need all the big guns so we can force our friend to go.
Oh, hell no. I'm carrying guns because my captain wants this crew member to go, and he doesn't want to go, and I'm forcing him to go under her orders, her direction. That's my in.
And while we do that, then the smart guy can hack the system.
That
This does sound great and sounds like a fantastic backstory.
Thank you.
I think our number one goal should be to not have to provide this story to anybody.
Oh, it's a secret
shoot
backstory.
everything.
No.
Oh.
No, just we belong there. We're walking with purpose. We have someone with a gunshot wound with us. Quasi-healed, but still. We're going in with our heads up. We're going in with authority. I mean, not even, just with the knowledge that we belong. Odds are, we won't be questioned. Maybe we should get Scratch a clipboard. That might help.
Oh, yes. And if anybody asks, my name is Doris Tabbenworth, and I'm 83 years old. And I've tragically lost my 3 husbands in the war.
We're not going for the crazy rat, Scratch.
No, this is just if they ask. This is my backstory. That's who I'll be when we do the thing. It's gonna be great.
Let's just leave it at Doris and go from there.
We're probably going to need some better outfits. So maybe when we get in there, do we want to look for lab coats or
she just bought us. This is pretty nice. I kind of like what she got us.
Uniforms or scrubs or space scrubs. I don't know. Whatever people.
Scrubs.
Space scrubs.
Ew.
I think at one point
scrubs, though.
we were talking about getting guard uniforms or something, but
yes, that's when we had the split in 2 parties and get the lay of the land plan, which has gone to shit, or maybe we should say gone to Scratch.
Scratch leans over to Shaba and says, "Why does it matter what direction the land is flowing? We're on a ship. It's all flat.
Usually you don't want the land to flow at all, but...
So why do we gotta check it? She's really obsessed with this checking the lay of the land thing."
You're right. It's a little odd.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so I guess our plan is we are going in under the guise of, the pseudo guise of our friend has a gunshot wound, and we are, don't even stoicness, don't draw attention to us. We don't really want attention, but we're just gonna go in as a group, see if we can find a way down, and hopefully find Dent, right?
Definitely find Dent and save him, and then he will love us forever. I think you should do all the talking, lady, because you make words good.
I think we've got the makings of a solid plan here.
I am not sure I am necessarily the clientele that they are used to dealing with at this place. They may honestly find me suspicious. I donate to these places. I do not go to these places.
I'm one of your crewmates, or you're like, I'm one of your crew. You have a vested interest in your investment.
That's pretty much where I was going. How about, as someone who has donated to this place, you are taking advantage of your connections, or attempting to take advantage of your connections, to get your hired servant taken care of.
Brilliant. Yes, all right. I think that will work really well. Scratch, you will be my my secretary.
Awesome! I can do this.
Yep. I bet you have the neatest handwriting anyone has ever seen. and
No.
best sentence
But I can
structure.
type really fast.
It will be coherent. I believe in you. All right. I think our plan is set. So I say, we're well fed, we're rested. I don't really see a reason to put this off, and I'm a little concerned that the longer we put it off, the higher the odds. Glances at Scratch and just trails off.
All right, I'm ready when you are. Unfortunately, I will probably not be taking my newest toy. He pets his thermal rifle and sets it away because walking in with that much firepower might draw a lot more attention than we want. So I will be taking a pistol and a common rifle.
Yes, I think any weapons that we bring in, and I do think weapons should be brought, they need to be concealable. Unable to be seen by people with the plain eye. So, no gun that's as big as you are.
Aw, but I'm extra small.
Then you get
I know.
extra small guns.
You're gonna get the cricket.
Ooh. Is my carbine like a handgun or like a rifle? I don't
Carbine's
actually
a
know what
rifle.
that means. Rifle? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
Do you want a pistol, Scratch?
Heck yeah!
Do we
I got
want
your
Scratch
back.
to have a
Well,
pistol?
here, because I shouldn't go in armed, probably, should I be disarmed?
No, I think you should still have a pistol. You don't have your rifle, but you have a pistol.
Yeah,
Works
just
for me.
standard,
A sidearm.
standard protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we shoot you again to like really sell it?
No, no.
No,
No? No.
we're not going the crazy route. We've discussed this.
Right.
Oh, honey.
But it would have been very believable, Scratch. I mean, if he was trailing blood, it would have been very believable.
You get me.
Yeah, we're just not going to do that this time.
Can we do like hot sauce or ketchup or something? I mean, he's so clean.
Well, I mean, I could throw him around a little bit and mess him up with it. And just
I would like to
Paul
watch
leans
that.
over to Marcus and just kind of messes up his hair a little bit. There, is that a little better? I mean,
I like you a lot, but you're not very good at this.
no, I'm good at putting holes in people, not so much sneaking in.
I don't think we're
Well-
going to be very sneaky, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, this plan does not involve a lot of sneaking. It just involves, we're not doing a damn thing wrong. And we're not.
All right,
So, this is
Lead
fucking
on.
easy.
demonstrate.
Just, square shoulders, head high, puts on that aristocratic air. To the sanatorium. And starts walking.
Scratch imitates your posture and holds a tablet like it's a clipboard and like puts her nose in the air and begins to follow you as well.
God, that's exactly what I was hoping for Scratch. Keep her under control.
Marcus will give Shaba a nod and just follow alongside him.
Jabba leans over. Sorry about the hair, dude.
Gotta do what we gotta do.
He just looks longingly at his brand new rifle as he leaves it sitting in his room and grabs his little pistol.
Did someone actually give me a cricket? Do we have spare crickets?
I don't have a... Do I?
If nobody gave her one, she's not going to worry about it. So it probably is for the best for all concerned that you don't give her one. But if you did give her one, I need to mark it on her sheet.
Shaba handed her a Vulcan pistol. It's not a cricket. It's just a Vulcan pistol.
Is that smaller than me? Can I hide that?
Oh, yeah. That's
just a little handgun.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Little. It's a full-size handgun. Come on now.
Itty bitty handgun. All right, so you guys will start making your way to the sanatorium. I will be right back. Give me just a couple of minutes. Go upstairs, and then we will pick up when you arrive. All right. Thank you for your patience. Just putting people to bed. All right. Is there anything anybody would like to do en route to the
you should know that while you were gone, Shaba gave Scratch Vulcan pistol? Vulcan cricket?
Thermal cricket.
Thermal. It was something about fire. Cricket's on fire, and she's being really careful with it.
Fire cricket.
Cricket's on fire. Now there's a different name. Cricket's on fire.
Cricket's on fire.
CRF.
On fire.
Does anyone else need a weapon? I was having problems with Zoom, but I have an extra pistol as well.
Okay, Scratch now has the fire cricket. Is there anything anybody else would like to do en route to the sanitarium?
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Sure.
You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I think Fixer just said, "Oh, okay. Well, since no one needs a pistol, one of his requests, he kind of like pops open a gun crate, and it is a PDW like submachine gun, and tucks it into the trench because it is light. It does have the light property. So,
Okay.
just like crazy, wicked little piece of kit."
All right.
That's it.
So
Just makes an excited point about it.
All right, so you make your way through the promenade, through the central part of Coriolis, and as you see it from the outside, it looks like a white stone conglomerate of blocks and buildings that have melded together into one large complex. As you come up to the front of it, there is a set of large wooden doors that are open outward that lead into like a little foyer area, and that is the only entrance to the front of like the complex.
Didn't they mention a side door?
They said that
Church?
is where they snuck where they would like sneak the mystics in. He said we'd take them to a side door, and somebody would meet us.
Scratch steps forward very imperiously, holding her tablet, and says, "This appears to be the place, Miss Boss Lady person," and then steps back.
So do we want to attempt to find that side door, or are we planning to go in the front door?
Nope, we're going right in the front door because we are doing absolutely nothing fucking wrong. And we have an injured person. So, I just walk up, just go through the doors, very much acting as though Scratch hadn't said anything.
Scratch adjusts glasses that aren't there and then follows you.
You do what you gotta do. So yes, I just walk up and go in, assume everybody is following me.
Is anybody not following her? Put it that way.
Marcus would, as we start approaching, start like lagging behind a bit, and if everybody, or specifically if Shaba doesn't pull him along, he just kind of goes like slaps his wrist a little bit, and then like starts looking a little forlorn and just like getting into character, you know.
Shaba's going to stay near the back and make sure that Marcus stays ahead of him and kind of pushes him a little bit. Come on, let's go. It's for your own good.
Marcus starts itching at his wound, kind of like aggravated a little bit.
Stop scratching it. It's going to get infected. Like worse.
Infected in your
All right. In that case, so as you step through the front gates, you find yourself in a large foyer with marble floors, white walls, and high arched ceilings designed to exude peace and purity. The air inside seems almost to feel cleaner than what you had felt walking in. You see a large, waist-high, curved desk that is curved around a young man that is sitting behind it. The only other exit from this room is a pair of archways that lead out into the courtyard beyond. Like this, but with a large, like, curved desk in the front of it, like a reception desk. And there is a young man sitting behind it who is... He has his head down, staring at something that's behind the desk that you can't see. And as soon as you walk in, he looks up at you. His shoulders drop. He very... intentionally closes whatever he is looking at and then looks up at you as you continue towards him. And as you approach the desk, hello, I am Brother Yamas. Welcome to the Samaritan Sanatorium. What can I do for you today? What kind of assistance may the sanatorium offer you? Physical, emotional, spiritual?
Physical. My man here has been shot, and while he has received some care, as you can tell, he is having some problems, and it needs to be looked at as soon as possible. Now.
I see. All right, and then he kind of leans down and starts tapping some stuff onto his tablet, and then stands up, or sits up, looks over his left shoulder, and in one of the archways you see a much older man. He's wrinkled. He has a circle of a circle of shock white hair around his head that makes the large bald spot on the top stick out even more. He's wearing white Samaritan robes with gold inlets, and he approaches the group, and he has a welcoming smile on his face. And Brother Yarmus turns to him. Brother Ricard, we have a gunshot wound at a bar, I believe it was. He's going to need some assistance. And the older one walks up around, steps up to Marcus. Welcome to the Samaritan Sanatorium. My name is Brother Ricard. May the judge look down on you favorably during the last days of the cyclade. And may the shepherd lead you prosperously into the next. What may we do for you and your gunshot wound?
My wound. It itches. It itches so deep.
I would rather you not scratch it, or it might get infected.
We wouldn't want that.
No, it would be bad, and it would require a longer stay in the sanatorium. Now, are these your family, acquaintances, friends?
They're my crewmates, they're my co-workers. The big lady here's in charge.
He is my man. He is one of my men. We are here to ensure that he is properly handled.
I understand that he is one of your men and that you care deeply for his health. But unfortunately, only two are allowed to accompany him into the sanatorium for the sake of our other guests. Who will be accompanying you towards your treatment?
I feel like I need my boss and her secretary.
Yes, absolutely. I was going to say it's going to be me, and it is going to be Diana. Here,
Doris
indicates.
Out of character, I just want to say
Yes.
I imagine the guy behind the desk as the like priest apprentice from Fifth Element. Like that's who I'm picturing.
That's not who I was thinking of, but I love that. I love that. And so the last time we got together, I don't remember who it was, but somebody made a Princess Bride marriage joke, and I had to stop myself from laughing because that voice, like I had chosen that before that because I thought you guys might meet him last session. So I just was trying not to laugh, knowing that you guys had basically called the voice of the next NPC I had.
It's like we've been playing together for a minute.
I know. Is Bill's video? Oh no, there you go. You just weren't moving. You're like dead. I can't hear you. I just thought I wasn't sure if your video was frozen, but you never moved.
I'm good at that. Here, watch.
So I guess the rest of us will need to wait outside then.
Yes, give me a moment to converse with the rest of my men, and we will be along shortly. So I take the others.
I said, just be careful. If he was shot in a bar, the infection could be running rampant as we speak.
Okay, so I take everyone over, all of us, including Marcus, over into like a corner, or somewhere where like we won't be heard, maybe even out the front door. And okay, so couple things here, guys. Obviously, the three of us are going to be going in to this appointment and seeing what we can find out here. I don't know how safe we are because I never told him that you got shot in a bar. He pulled that out on his own. I'm a little fucking nervous right now. The rest of you guys try to find that side entrance. Be very fucking careful. Again, I did not tell this fucker that we were shot in a bar.
Hey, Captain?
Yes.
If you wanted to argue the point about having just two people go with you, you could point out that there was a fight in a bar and you are a donor here and you're concerned about your safety, and maybe that gets a few more of us to stick around as guards?
I have no idea. I've never been to a place like this before. I know it would work at my hospital.
Yeah, but you're you. You insist.
Okay, so I mean...
If it doesn't work, then we stick with your plan. But if we want to try to stick together...
Okay. Gathers herself, turns back around. Just totally blaze it on manipulation here hard.
Okay, well, give me a manipulation roll.
Is there any way that I can assist her with that roll?
Trying to think if you would be an advantage or a disadvantage on this particular roll.
Actually, I would be an advantage. Despite her behavior, her manipulation's quite good.
I would say that for this, it'd probably just be a one-on-one because she's kind of going for her. Because the reason she's doing it is because of her high society background, and I don't think you'd be able to help with that. But you do get a +1 to your roll because of your wealthy family talent.
All right.
So when you click the roll, add 1 to it. Unless you would like me to roll for you.
I mean, I think I found it, maybe. I want a +1 modifier.
You did a private roll, so we couldn't see what it was.
God damn it.
I mean, she totally succeeded!
Hey!
All the
Yay!
guys. I got 18 sixes.
Totally believe her.
Oh.
Scratch
There should be
that was
a
true, so
roll
it's gotta be
visibility
right.
drop down, and you want to do a public roll.
Yeah. I had it before because I swapped it for testing, but where the fuck did you go, babe? Okay. And by okay, I mean, fuck this. What the hell?
Did you want me to roll it for you?
Sure, yes.
Manipulation.
This is bullshit.
roll with a +1.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yes. That was 9 dice, and none of them hit.
You
So
sure
as
I
you were
can't like
talking-
step forward in here and go like, do you even know who she is?
No, because she got extra because of who she is.
Dang it.
Yeah, I already got that bonus.
I appreciate your worry over your man and his safety inside of the sanatorium. However, we do have a very strict policy. No more than 2 may accompany patients when they enter. My apologies, ma'am.
Marcus Fozzle. To be fair, she's not so much worried about my safety as her safety in your establishment.
I assure you that this establishment is quite safe, and all of those who come here for treatment are kept as safe as they need to be. So I assure you, all those who enter will be kept safe.
As safe as they need to be. That wasn't ominous.
Yeah, right. Like, this guy isn't shady as fuck or anything like that. Fine. I suppose I'd rather have my man get fixed. But if anything goes even slightly astray, you can be sure that you will feel it in various ways.
Bill?
Do either, from the communications and things I've seen before, do I know that either Marcus or Imogen has a internal comm like mine?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Like they have their normal
Yeah, I think
comms.
the only way that I would have one is if I had been allowed one for being a little Richie bitch, and I did not push for extras like that, because that
Okay.
would be...
So that only changes a little bit. I will actually say to Imogen, Shawa walks up professionally and says, "Ma'am, I insist you keep your comm open at all times. If anything seems out of sort, say the word, and I will charge through."
Your worry for me warms my heart. Thank you, sir. I am I am sure that we will be plenty safe in the care of these fine gentlemen. Let us fix Marcus. Lead the way. To
All right, so we are going to split you guys up. In that case, we will start with those outside first. What would those left behind like to do?
As a DM, are you going like that? No, we're gonna split you guys up.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like I'm the one who told you that you all couldn't go in together for absolutely non-nefarious reasons. So, those left behind, what shall you do?
Was it me? Did I not insist enough when we're out of earshot? Did I not insist enough that she keep the comm open so we would know where she went? Because her describing this hallway and to the left and that hallway to the right would have given us an idea on exactly where they were. Did I not say that well? This is Shaba actually asking Fixer and Fly Guy.
Has But okay, out of character,
Hmm.
is this like several minutes later and we haven't heard anything from her? Is that why?
No, it's like 30 seconds after we walked out.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think she must have gotten the message.
I hope so. I haven't heard
Yeah.
anything. I mean,
We'll leave. I'll leave the line open into the earpiece or your tablet so we can listen in. Maybe they'll. Maybe we'll hear what's going on.
excellent. Thank you, Fixer.
Can Scratch
we-
leave the mic on her tablet open for them to listen in?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah, I think we both have that turned on at this point. So, just to
Yep.
because it was requested, I turned mine on, and I'm assuming Scratch.
Everyone's in the
Probably
voice
did too.
channel in the Discord. So
Getting age verificated.
Oh.
Too soon. Too soon. All right.
Should we go take a look around outside?
What are you thinking? Where do you want to go?
At least see if we can locate the side door. See if there's any clues.
Sean, did we see which direction they were being led down this hallway? I mean, are they going towards that side door?
They went. They're the only exits out of the entry foyer are the two arches behind it. They went through one of the arches and kind of down into. Well, here you can kind of see a little bit through it. The archways lead from the foyer to a large courtyard surrounded by open galleries and balconies on the high floors. Courtyard is a beautiful place of peace with green flowing hills and serpentine mosaic paths in blue and white. It's meant to be a place of rest and meditation where one's heart can heal. Several low white buildings in the courtyard made from Kuan clay. Basically, you saw them go down into this wide courtyard and then kind of to the right and out of sight. Because they
To the right. So when
that is the path they originally followed, yes.
Okay. So when we're on the outside of the building, if we go to the right, the outside of the building, are we heading towards the side door, quote unquote, or away from the side door?
You have no idea where the side door is, so I wouldn't be able to answer that question. You've been told there is a side door. There is a hidden
My bad.
side door, but that was all the information you got.
We just
well, I guess since
Pick
we're
a
out
direction.
here, we can split up and get outside. Go one half left, one half right, and we'll keep the channel open.
Right. There's three of us.
Oh.
I don't know if we want to split.
We don't want to split the split?
I don't know. We could just cut, Marcus and no, Marcus isn't there. Fixer in half, and then half of Fixer could go with one group and half with the other.
Yeah.
So half
Maybe we
gets
can
fixed,
shop
half
for a
gets
drone
hurt.
later. Well, we could always roll digital dice for direction.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, no, I think having watched them go off to the right,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Shaba would hope that the side door is on the right, and that's where he's going to want to go.
Checks out.
To,
So maybe we follow along. Maybe one of us, especially close to the wall, as we walk along the right.
What was that, Egregious? Were you going to say something?
I was going to say it's a 50-50 shot, so I'm fine picking either direction.
All right. So you step out and walk to, I'm assuming the right, but you mean the same way they went. The sides of the sanatorium are flat, smooth white marble around the outside. Why don't each of you give me an observation check?
You can roll it for me, Sean. I get 5 dice total.
Where is it? Oh, let me pop that out. There we go. All right, so Fixer got 1. Observation. public. Shaba got 1.
I got zip.
Got none. All right. I will say you are walking around the outside, and you get to basically the end of the building where it meets the wall of the station and continues on to other establishments and businesses. And then you turn around and make your way back. And as you kind of make your way back, you find one spot where there is a sunken handle, more like a grip, and then you are able to discern like an outline of a door. But you don't see anything that you would consider like a handle. Like it's just a grip, but nothing that would turn.
Curiosity gets the better of Shaba. He just pushes that spot to see if it's like a pressure plate.
It does not move. No give at all. And I will say, if you guys wouldn't have gotten the observation checks, it is very hard to see. Not quite a dwarven door, but you need to be looking for it in order to find it.
What's the elvish word for friend?
Belloc.
Belloc.
Fixer, do you see this?
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Trying to think, as a little bit of a gearhead myself, I'm trying to think what I might be able to use to try and activate this panel or do something with it. DM, so it's like
Yes.
it's some kind of like an obstruction or like edge coming out of the wall, is that right?
It's more like you can see a very thin seam.
Okay. Well, I would like to attempt to use my gearhead talent. Well, maybe. I don't know. Could I maybe just do like an observation and see like is this I'm trying to look, is this just a seam, like a crack, or is there some kind of electrical tech component to this?
Give me an observation check.
I will do that publicly. Whew. Nice.
With your knowledge of electronics, as you put your fingers on the seam and kind of follow it around, you become more and more certain that this is an old school door. Like you do not notice any wires, any gears, anything that would lead you to believe it is anything other than just like a normal swing open door. Just that it obviously swings inward from where it is right now.
Is there space in the seam, or is it like would something thin fit in it, or is it just...
It's like paper thin, like the kind that, again, if you're not looking for it, your eyes would never even notice it was there.
So I do have what is called Tools Advanced. This is multi-tool for all kinds of advanced repairs. I'm thinking if this thing has some kind of flathead on it, I'd probably turn to the crewmates here and be like, hey, can you guys cover me for a second? Just watch out. I would just try and jam the screwdriver edge in there and see what happens.
Screwdriver this bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. That gives you a.
It gives me a +1
to
to a tech roll. Yeah. I know you said this is a door, but it's just,
why not? I mean, a door is a primitive technology. We'll go with it.
Okay.
Give me a +1 tech roll.
Okay. +1. There we go.
So as you move the screwdriver around, you're able to get it a little bit, like you catch the lip just a little bit, but you're not able to actually get any kind of grab that would make you think you could actually do anything with the door from the outside.
Well.
All right. That actually, you with Fixer, like with your screwdriver kind of in, as much in as you can get it, we're actually going to stop you guys there, and we're going to go back to the other group. Brother Ricard leads you down the stairs and to the right of this wide open courtyard. He looks back and beckons Marcus towards him. It is such a shame that you were shot. We take care of far too many gunshot wounds from those who are less fortunate. It is almost as many as we take who have diseases that cannot be cured. I hope that once you are put back together, you are more careful where you go and who you are around. Now, if you will come this way...
Marcus would, before we, like, as we're going on, just interject, I'll go on this, like, I gotta get better as fast as I can so I can, get back at the mystic bastard that did this to me.
Nice. Okay, out of character, Jill, I'm really wondering if Imogen just, had, the worst case of heebie-jeebies, thinking she's walking through hallways that people with incurable diseases have also walked through.
Absolutely. I was actually going to break in there and ask, uncurable diseases, is there some type of plague in here that we need to know about and be concerned about? I didn't even consider anything other than my physical safety.
No, my dear. All of the communicable diseases that we have come inside of the sanatorium are separated where they can be taken care of and cured without risk of infecting others. Unfortunately, and he turns to Marcus, that also goes for those who come in looking for a cure for the mystic disease. We have had too many reports of them infecting those around them, and we try to separate them and take care of them as best they can. We keep them comfortable while they inevitably fall into madness.
So, Marcus kind of, draws himself in, like he's being a little, just confiding, and this guy's like, I know the person that shot me was a mystic. I don't suppose there's any chance I could see who you've got to see if you've picked him up recently, just for my own peace of mind. I know, because if he's still out there, he's still looking for me.
The judge would not want you to go on the path of vengeance and sully your soul
want vengeance.
with the darkness in between the stars. Unfortunately, there's no way I can share any information of the rest of our guests, the same way I would not share your information. Now, if you will come with me, and there's an opening that he kind of starts to walk
I will
in.
Follow him after this, but asking you, the DM,
yes.
During all of that, would I have the opportunity to maybe see if, as we're talking about where the mystics are kept, did he have any tells of looking around, looking towards a specific hallway or anything of the sort that might tip me off to think maybe that's the direction these folks go?
I would agree. I am also watching him like a fucking hawk, so...
You can both give me observation checks.
Observation checks. Fantastic. The thing I have a 0 in. I love it. So that's a +9 modifier.
Scratch doesn't notice anything. She's literally just trying real hard to pretend to take notes.
Can you give me the observation check?
I can.
Thank you.
You know what?
Oh yeah, you only have 2 on wits.
Remind me. So the praying to the icons gives me just another roll. It allows
you to re-roll any non-6s and gives me a darkness.
Any non-6s.
So yeah, basically, if you got 1 6, you could still re-roll the icons to try and get more successes.
Right. Okay.
I can't remember, Marcus. Did Scratch give you a talisman, or was it only Shaba that got one?
I don't remember that. Let me check my notes from last time.
I thought it was only one talisman that you made.
No, there were. I thought I made 3 because I made definitely one for me and one for Shaba.
I don't have anything in my notes about one.
Okay.
There's not anything in my memory about a talisman. So, which is to say, yes, I absolutely have one. Assuming that gives me a natural 6 somewhere in this.
No, it just gives you +1 to your roll.
Okay.
But yes, to answer your question, you could pray
cool.
to the icons, re-roll. I would get a darkness point, and you would get a chance to try again.
Mostly, I'm not going to do it, but I'm curious if you know with the the Foundry stuff, if I had the UI has an option for me to click on that roll and say pray to the icons, the gambler, but then it says offer the prayer modifier for your roll. And then I have 0, 1, and 2.
Gambler talent.
I'm going to because I'm curious, I'm just going to hit this with a 0 modifier, but we can acknowledge as a group that I'm not actually rolling I'm not doing a darkness point thing. I want to see how this works. I don't know that did anything. Let's try +1. I don't see it doing anything. Oh, okay. So now okay. It must be I probably don't have permissions to do it.
Oh, maybe not.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Because I just tried it for Imogen too. Oh, and it also in my chat it says it marks down that I got another darkness point when I clicked that. So okay, but so either way, you don't notice him looking or pointing or focusing on any spot in particular. As you kind of go into a side passage, you do see somebody. I'm going to spend 3 darkness points, and you do. Give me just a second. Where is it? You do see a man walking towards you, nearing his 40s, dressed in Samaritan's traditional robes, with a matching a headpiece. His head is down, and he seems distraught and distressed, and is muttering to himself. And as he comes close to you guys in the hall, he kind of starts to look up, and as he does, he looks at first his eyes fall on Scratch, and you there's nothing, you get no response from him. But then his eyes fall on Imogen and Marcus, and you immediately see a complete change in his demeanor, and he actually skips a step. And then Brother Ricard kind of greets him. Brother Wamus, good to see you up and walking about. And as he stands up, you do see that this is Brother Ramus, the Samaritan doctor that was on the Ghazali with you. And he looks at you, and he just, like I said, he almost misses a beat. He stops dead, and he looks at both of you, and what are you doing? Why
Getting
are you
shot,
here?
bleeding out, needing help.
And then Brother Wamus, this poor unfortunate gentleman has been shot, and I was taking him to the infirmary. And then Brother Ramus he puts up his hand, stops Ricard from talking. Why don't you let me handle this? I will take care of them. I know you have studies you need to attend to, Brother Ricard. And Brother Ricard just nods, and if you follow Brother Wamus, he will take you where you need to go. May the judge guide you all your days. And he kind of bows slightly and turns around and heads back. And as soon as he's out of earshot, Brother Ramus, what are you doing here? Did you bring him? Are you guys going to shoot somebody in here?
No, I'm here because I was shot.
And not by anybody in our group.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
some
guard. Oh,
a
right,
mystic guard. A mystic guard. He's clearly incognito.
Violence just seems to follow you wherever you go, doesn't it?
It does. And we're not here for it. We're trying to get away from it. It's following us.
And
Why don't you help us away from it?
You've brought this young one into your web, and he looks at Scratch and says, if you stay with these people, you will end up finding nothing but pain and death.
Scratch, like, pauses, and she puts her tablet down a little bit and looks up at him with her eyes real big and wide. Do you promise?
He just shakes his head, and he just looks down, and you can see his shoulders kind of slump. Follow me. And he turns and starts walking, continuing down the hall, and he just says out loud, just like above the volume he was talking to himself, the world is just corrupted and lost to violence. And he turns his head, looks at you. The Ghazali was just the last straw to show me that everything is just wrong.
Marcus kind of like comes up close to him. Yes, like it's just like for the first time since they've seen each other here, starting to like drops the facade, just kind of like acts himself for a moment. Just like, we're here for a friend of ours. We're here on a rescue mission of humanity. They've been rounding up people here, good people, brother, regardless of justice. Is that a cause that you could find it in your heart to help us with?
He puts up his hand, like he stops, and as you're talking, his face just gets shocked. Like he just has a very surprised look on his face. He puts up his hand, he stops you from talking. He looks around. The halls have ears. And then he pushes open the door behind him and points inside.
Marcus then looks back at Imogen, looks back at Scratch, locks eyes with Scratch, and just goes, and follows.
Scratch repeats the motion at him and then like does an exaggerated tiptoe into the room.
Imogen just ends up at the end this time and just sweeps in and closes the door as if it's her own house.
And as the door closes, Brother Amos kind of leans back against the wall. You're here for a mystic. Who is it?
And Scratch just leaps in. He's not a mystic. It's my brother Dent. They think he's a mystic, but he's not.
When was he brought
Would he
in?
recognize Dent's name?
You don't see any reaction when you spoke the name.
Didn't Dent rescue him, like, specifically?
Dent was part of the group, but I don't recall too many names being shared.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
So he looks back, looks at you all. When was he brought in? Or did he come in of his own volition, or was he forced?
Oh, he was forced. They had guns. There were a bunch of them.
That would be the martyrs. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Mystics are touched by the dark, but it's not their fault. We shouldn't be doing this. I've tried to reconcile it, but... And then he looks at Imogen and Marcus. What happened on the Ghazali, the death, the allowing those people to just stay on the ship and die. There's too much death in the horizon as it is, and this can't be the way to deal with the mystic problem. There has to be another way.
Okay, but Dent's not a mystic. Plus, I read his notes. He was on the Ghazali. He saved like a bunch of people.
Well,
He's a good guy.
I'm glad he made it off, but I'm sorry he ended up here. Well, when was he brought in?
Hey, DM, how long ago was Dent taken?
2 days ago?
Trying to think. It would have been like 36 hours at this point, yeah. Her son was taken 48 hours before the conversation. And Dent was taken about 12 hours after that, so yeah, I'd say about 36 hours.
It's about 36 hours ago.
And then he's no longer here in that case. He's been taken where they take the rest of them. You won't find him within these walls.
Where do they take them?
He looks around at the room, kind of motions you in closer and lowers his voice. I can't talk too much here, but the mystics are brought here for a short time, and then they take them down into the cellar. I don't know where they go from there, but I know the route they take, at least part of the way. I can't tell you here. There are too many ways it could be overheard, but if you can stop this, I can give you something this evening that will show you the way.
Okay, fantastic. So here's what we're going to do. You are treating... holy blanking on names.
Marcus.
You are treating Marcus's wound, and then as a favor, in part. Actually, we probably should not reveal our bond from there. But because of who I am, you are going to make a house call this evening to check up on what you did today, so we can talk on our ship. I know it is probably unorthodox, but it's me.
You might be safe walking back and forth to your ship, but know that your ship is most likely being watched. I do not feel that it would be safe for us if I met you there. Meet me this evening at 9 in the Garden of the Seekers. It's open enough, it's quiet enough at that time. We should be able to talk briefly, and I should be able to give you what you need without drawing too much attention to ourselves.
Is there a place that Imogen would know that is similar to the Garden of Seekers, with possibly more escape routes that we would be able to control a little better?
The Garden of the Seekers is kind of a one-of-a-kind place, and it is, think of it like an open sanctuary, like a very large garden with different biomes. If you're looking for escape routes, that it really doesn't have walls, so it is extremely easy to enter and exit from pretty much any direction.
Okay, but with different biomes, we can we can choose more of the area that we meet in and have a little more control over it.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of options. Yes.
Okay. And in that case, okay, sure. Evening walk in the garden sounds lovely. Although I am used to slightly more genteel company.
I'm sure you are, ma'am. Here, let me treat your companion. And so this, I will say, kind of bringing them back together, when Brother Ramus met the group is about the time that Fixer had his wrench in the door, and you guys you heard that, so you guys would hear the rest of the conversation as well. And then it takes about a half hour of him tending to Marcus's wounds. And once he is done, he motions you out the door, says, I will take you back to the entrance. And go ahead.
Before we leave the room, Scratch is going to turn to him, and then with like an extremely serious face, she's going to say, we are still in the season of the judge, and he's watching you. And then turn away.
Before you turn away, he nods and says, the judge watches us all. And he holds out his hand, and he's got a little, like, chip, basically. And he will watch where we meet. And he hands, like, it's a location chip. Basically, like, GPS coordinates. He hands that to you. And he will be watching when we meet again this evening.
She nods and says, I promise the judge would approve.
If only you were right, child. And then he puts his head down and begins to walk you to the entrance. And then the rest of you would hear that the care had been given and that they were headed back towards the entrance.
I mean, out of curiosity, was there actually care to give? Or were we just being...
Hey,
dicks?
I got fucking shot.
Marcus had some medical care before, but there was still some medical care to give. Yes.
Okay.
He changed his Band-Aid.
and gave it like 5 mommy kisses. Made it all better.
Whoa, Scratch is underage and should not have been in there for that.
All right, so the group that was outside during the half hour where Marcus is being worked on, and then the walk to the front, is there anything you would like to do in particular during that time?
Java looks irritated, grumbling under his breath.
So,
do you want
more? What's got you upset?
I mean, seriously. Fuckers didn't want to go. Ungrateful bastards. I got as many off the ship as I could. Do you think I was too extreme trying to get people the fuck off that ship in a timely manner?
I think we saved a lot more lives than we would have otherwise.
Thank you. So it's him, not me, yeah? Are you smiling? Don't smile like that. You're fucking lying. You're full of shit, aren't you? You're saying that just to get me to shut up. Now, fine, I'll fucking shut up.
In character, he did not laugh.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, I think somebody like Brother Ramos just can't really understand making those kind of difficult decisions.
Thank you.
Yeah, that freak doesn't know what he's talking about. Don't worry about him.
I appreciate it. I mean, I don't throw people's lives away just because.
Yeah, they threw their own lives away.
Thank you.
They made their choice.
Right? Oh, it bugs me that we couldn't get more off. But then we would have had more problems. Yeah, whatever. You're right. I'll shut up. Let's go get her, guys. People.
I feel like out of character, the spirit of Dent wails up behind you and grabs you in a big bear hug and says, "You did good," and then disappears.
Stop hitting me. Stop it.
All right. In that case, you do end up meeting them at the front. Brother Ramos stops right about where the desk is and kind of points you out. If you need anything else, any other help from the judge spiritually, physically, or mentally, do not hesitate to come back to the Samaritan Sanatorium. May the judge be with you. And then he turns around and walks off.
So, other character, he said is he referring to a different judge than the one that we met?
Yes, it's annoying, in my opinion, how they mix those up. The Samaritans worship the judge icon as opposed to a judge, like a judicial judge. But one of the icons is called the judge, and that is who they worship in particular.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And are we on this mission to rescue a judge and Dent?
You are on the mission to rescue the emissary for the judge.
Yes.
Not the judge itself, but the judge's emissary on the station. The judge is on the station by Tua, I believe. That's where that particular icon is.
Oh, dang, Sean.
Yes?
The judge is a woman, so it's a she and not a he.
Oh, thank you.
And then is it the emissary's son then? Somebody's son, right?
The judge that you met, her son, was a mystic who was kidnapped. Yes, I really should have changed the judge title to something else.
I mean, life is confusing and weird, so it's fine.
I mean, it's not. At least it's not the town of Barovia, in the county of Barovia, in the country of Barovia. So yes, you all meet out front of the Samaritan Sanatorium and are reunited after.
Well, that honestly went better than I expected. What time is it?
It would be like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Like you've got a bit of time before 9 o'clock.
Okay. Let's head back to our ship, have some lunch, and figure things out from there. And again, keeping in character, I just square up, take off.
Scratch squares up, looks at the person behind the desk, gives them a haughty look, and then prances off behind Imogen.
This will follow.
Okay.
Yep, I follow along.
All right. Where is Imogen headed?
I'm headed back to the ship.
Okay.
Because I know we've got, we're keeping an eye on what we're being watched on the ship. So, and it would probably be expected for us to go back, even if the ship is being watched.
Is it morning?
No, it's like 2 PM.
Yeah, so we have like 7 hours before our meeting, which is why I'm proposing we go back to the ship for some lunch and a probably safer talk than anywhere in public. Without, saying that second part, because we're right outside these assholes' place.
You can probably dictate it on your tablet. It's all good. We got it.
Hey, Fixer,
Cat.
Yeah. What's up?
could you do me a favor and pull up some schematics, some diagrams, something? I need to find a spot where I can watch the garden, because I'm clearly not going to be invited by the good doctor to be there, where I can watch the garden from afar, let's say through a 5-power scope, preferably somewhere there's not a lot of flammable stuff around me, so when the backblast from the frickin'
This is the type of...
doesn't set off. What?
Excuse me, this is the type of conversation that we should be having?
On the tablet he was just talking about.
Oh, on the tablet. Okay, never mind. You're right. Tablet. Duh,
You
I'm
can
an
always
idiot.
say, "Oh, this is on the tablet," to get out of any situation. Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, I was running a job to a script to get some blueprints for the sanitarium. So when we get back, I'll get you some blueprints for the meetup spot.
Fantastic, thank you.
Yeah, I want us to be in control of this meetup spot. If that means that there is a very small group of us actually physically talking to this guy, so be it. I would rather have everything covered.
Sean,
Yes.
since we walked from the ship to the place, do you ever recall any shops that might have packages, luggage cases, a guitar case, something I could quickly and easily modify to hold a rifle, so I'm not actually walking through the frickin' alleys and through public spaces anywhere with my thermal rifle hanging out. I could actually put it in a guitar case or I don't know, like an oversized
I'm sure you could
map.
find something.
I mean,
Yeah,
we have a
I'm sure
trade
you
ship.
find
We,
something
we
for-
have tons of boxes and stuff, probably, right? So
Just hoping something that's got a strap on it, so if I need to throw it over my shoulder and run. A box would be a little bit awkward to put it in, but if that's all we can find, then that's absolutely what I'll do. But yeah, I'll stop along the way.
I'll say you find something suitable on your walk
Cool.
back.
And then I'll just catch up with the rest. I'll tell these guys, I'll catch up with you guys in about an hour. I'm just going to make a quick stop real quick.
All right. I am
Any help with
open
your
to
stuff?
ideas.
What was that, Egregious?
I was just asking if you need help, any help with your stop, or did you want to go by yourself?
I would not be opposed to it, but I don't need help. So if you got nothing else to do, you are more than welcome. But if you got anything else that you need to do to help prepare for this meeting, I don't want to stop you.
I don't think I have anything.
Cool. Let's take a walk.
Let's do it.
And then I'll explain to him what I'm looking for. So I got another set of eyes that can maybe come up with good ideas. Basically, I'm going to take the barrel off the rifle, but I want to have something that I can put across my back, put it down in front of me, put the barrel back on, or even better, if I don't have to disassemble it all, fantastic. But now we're getting kind of specific on what this container is going to look like.
I'm gonna go. Fixer's gonna go with you guys, and then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Fly Guy, didn't you just get that new rifle too? Sounds like you guys might be the perfect shooter pair for this next meetup. So maybe you could play off each other or help carry the components."
Yeah, I'm good with that. That sounds good. You on one side, me on the other, as long as we watch our crossfire.
I'd be happy to spot for you, or I could be distraction backup.
That works too.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be your spotter, and then I think the crew that will actually meet up is the one who met up earlier today. It seems like that will work. We don't need to expose ourselves. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to nitpick on the comms because Fixer, you're doing an amazing job getting things working for us. But if we can do something a little less cumbersome than having to have a data pad in our hand, like I've got my implanted short range. It comes in handy to be able to just speak it out loud or softly to yourself, and the rest of the team can hear.
Got it. All right. I think on our walk, DM, I'll stop by like the Coriolis Circuit City and just pick up a couple things.
Okay.
They got one of those here? I thought they went out of business a while ago.
They still have it here.
That's amazing.
That was Radio Shack.
They went out of business 1,000 years ago.
Before they left, Scratch would have returned the gun to Chaba. Just
right there in the middle of the street?
Oh, I thought we went. Okay, never mind. No, then she wouldn't have. No, never mind. How long is it before the? Well, no, but she would not. She would have waited. How long is it till this meeting that we're gonna have at the park or whatever?
7 hours ish.
Okay, Scratch is gonna try and make another talisman.
Okay. Once you get back, is there anything? So we've got 3 people breaking off to do some shopping. Is there anything anybody else wants to do en route back to the ship? The group that's growing straight back there.
Not en route, no.
Okay. So Scratch, you need to roll something for your talisman, right?
I wrote down D6 hours in a chapel.
If you go into your talents and click on Talisman Maker, there's a process takes D6 hours button. And I will say, Shaba and Egregious, you find something that could be easily modified to accept your rifles with straps, and like you find something that you could pretty easily do what you need it to do. So 5 hours.
I have 2 new talismans to hand out.
So let's say how. How many? Because the second one was a 5, right?
The first one was a 1, so that's 6 hours.
6 hours? Okay. So by the time you guys leave to go to this, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I guess while Scratch is making talismans, Egregious and Shaba have your weapon cases. Is there anything that people would like to talk about, anything like that during these hours of your waiting?
As soon as they get home, Imogen goes straight to her room, and a strange, smoky, skunky odor starts wafting out. But I would like to try to get the group to maybe discuss some type of plan for what we're about to go into. Although, admittedly, I'm probably not going to be the most effective at leading this at this point.
I mean, I would say after the other group arrives back at the ship, if you're not going to do anything extra, it wouldn't be too difficult to kind of corral everybody for a conversation if you wanted to.
That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to try to corral everybody. Just, hey guys, I would like to try to get more of a plan, because this seems like a very unsafe situation, and plans are good, right? Well, yeah, look at people who understand tactics. It's like, plans are good, right? So let's hash this out. Let's figure out what the fuck we're going to do. What to expect. what are the
At what
worst?
point in the timeline are you doing this?
When people get back. So I'm
Okay.
yes, like you're working on your talismans. You're absolutely not here, but like as soon as people get back, there will be some, sandwiches made. Probably pretty good ones, because that's how it
Tiny
goes.
cucumber tea sandwiches?
More munchy sandwiches. So
Munchers.
cucumber tea, but also probably some fun sauces, and I don't know what high class people eat when they have the munchies, especially limited with Imogen's probable almost certain lack of cooking abilities. So she's trying.
I do just want to throw this out there. It is 10 o'clock. Do you guys want to keep going for a little bit, or do you want to stop here and pick up next time with the planning conversation being the first thing that happens?
I personally would probably prefer to stop sooner than later.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I figured
It
it being
seems
a
like
weeknight, I think 10's not a bad time. So
Yeah, this seems like a pretty natural pausing point here, so we can make our big plan with fresh brains rather than 10 p.m. on a Wednesday night brain.
Also, not that none of the things that you said are true, but like, I don't think we'll remember the plan unless we do it with fresh, not 10 p.m. brains.
yeah, I mean, I think we started tonight with that exact same thing happening because Jill had notes of a plan that nobody remembers talking about.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I took notes on a plan last time.
So yes,
none of it went down.
We will stop here. And then we will pick up next time on the ship. Everybody gathered around the Firefly dinner table and start talking about plan making.